Hey, my name's Rod. This is like the fifth time I've started this video, and I've hated every one that I've done so far. So let me just jump right into it, and we'll kind of just do this rapid fire thing. Um, I'm a music fan, movies. I have a lot of interests, and if this thing goes over pretty well, then I'll get into some of the other stuff later. But let me just show you some of my more recent purchases. Let's start with this. This has been out for a long time. This is the Kissology set number 2 that covers the years 1978 to 1991. And there's only really one reason that I bought this, and it's because it's got the Attack of the Phantoms movie, which was not. It was called something different here. This actually, I think, is a longer version of the movie. It's not a good movie. But at least this particular version makes a lot more sense than the one that we got to see when I was a kid. I was 14 in 1979 when this thing came out, and I couldn't wait. Yeah, I bought into the whole Kiss phenomena, and I liked it. So this movie came out, I couldn't wait to see it, and it sucked. So this version it's actually a lot better than the one that I saw when I was a kid. So that's why I had to have this, and I got it for a decent price of $20. And I haven't watched everything else. I'm not that big a Kiss fan anymore. So anyway, there's that. So just off the rail here for a second. Bought this blackened. This is the Metallica whiskey, batch number 90, which only means that it was subjected to different songs, a different playlist than the other batches. I'm not sure I totally buy into what sound has to do with whiskey, but anyway, it was good. Is it $50 good? Yeah, probably. Not that I'm going to spend that much money on another bottle of whiskey. But who knows? After you see this video, you might think, I'll buy another bottle. So anyway, that whiskey I just finished. I've had it for about 3 weeks to a month, something like that. Just finished it. That led to this. Enter Night Pilsner, which is also in collaboration with Metallica. I got to tell you, it goes down pretty easy. All right, let's get into something else. So I already don't remember if I said, but I call my buddy. He owns or operates S&J Stereo. It's an old school record store, and most record stores just go under anymore. The resurgence of the vinyl probably helps a lot. I know it's helped him a lot, and I'm glad, because the little bit of money I spent in there wasn't going to keep him open. And sometimes I spend some money, but anyway, let me get into this. Called him up, asked him if he would hold something for me, which isn't something that I was going to buy in the first place. It's this, the Super Ultimate Edition, whatever the hell, White Snake Slide It In. This is the first Whitesnake album I ever bought, and I loved it. I really loved it. David Coverdale has a great fucking voice. Kind of a smoky, like fucking just, bluesy type voice, and it sounds great. And this is a great album. Here's where I was kind of hung up. I bought the remastered edition, like 25th or 30th anniversary edition of this, just a year or so ago. And I figured, well, that's probably the best I'll ever get. And then this thing comes along, this beast of a fucking box. 6 CDs, 1 DVD. Still. So I just figured. Initially, I was going to buy it, and then I just decided that I had to buy something. So this is what I got. Now, the next thing is, again, I am a Whitesnake fan. So I bought this one previously, which was just a couple months ago, I think. And it's loaded. It's another loaded box. It's several CDs. This is just a bunch of acoustic stuff here. It's loaded, but it's a lot of stuff. Yeah, it's acoustic adventures, it says here. There's like 3 or 4, maybe 5 or more live shows in here. A lot of stuff from like a couple albums that they did. Don't get me wrong here, but I think one of them was called "Good to Be Bad," and the other one was like "Forevermore." And there's actually some good songs on here. Plus, they go back and they touch on some of the older stuff. It's pretty good. Pretty good box. All right. So this just became even more ridiculous today because, again, I have this not in an anniversary edition, but this came out and I laid eyes on it and I just had to have it. So this is the new Zappa 40th anniversary of Live in New York. It's got, again, 5 CDs. Over 3 hours of newly mixed, unreleased performances from the 1976 holiday concerts, 60-page book with never-before-seen photos by Gail Zappa, replica ticket. I mean, it was a pretty expensive box, but I'll tell you what, I had to have it. And I've got the 2-disc edition of this already in my collection. And it's a great album. This is just a great album. So I can't wait to open this and dig into it. All right. So winding down, these are some other things that I picked up. On Jim, my buddy's recommendation, I got this new Robin Trower, what's it called? Coming Closer to the Day. If you like Robin Trower, this is a good album. It's just very bluesy. Yeah, it's a traditional Robin Trower sound. Very good. I listened to this on the way home. Loved it. Okay, so I get into sometimes this is what happened. I like to get into one particular artist. I happened to see this guy when he opened for Crocus and Def Leppard on the Pyromania tour. At that time, I don't think I knew who he was. As a matter of fact, I didn't know who he was. He came out and just blew me away. It was hope I don't already have this. Gary Moore. Gary Moore played with Thin Lizzy at one point. Fantastic solo artist, another guy that's kind of steeped in the blues, but great guitar player, fantastic stuff. So here's what I did. I picked up this. This is Corridors of Power. God, I hope I don't have this already. I haven't listened to it yet. But here's the thing with Gary Moore. Here's the thing with a lot of artists. I dig into it a little bit, and I like what I hear. Then I gotta have everything, you know. So I didn't go all total studio albums today. I picked up a live album. It's Gary Moore at the Monsters of Rock. It's got a killer set list on here. He covers Wishing Well, which is an old Mr. Big song. Great. He also covers Don't Believe a Word, which is a Thin Lizzy song. And it's just everything else is just solo stuff that he did. But he's fantastic. I have a live album by him called Rockin' Every Night, and it's great. So, okay, moving on. Pick this up too. Uriah Heep live in 1979. And it's all a bunch of Europe shows that they did. A few, I should say. I guess some of it's just been recorded. Some of it was recorded in London. So Hammersmith Odeon and things like that. It's good. It doesn't have everything on there that I'd like to hear if I heard of Uriah Heep, if I went to see Uriah Heep. But some of the bigger stuff, Look at Yourself, Easy Living, Stealing, The Wizard. Little upset that they didn't include Rainbow Demon from Demons and Wizards. It's not on here. Still, it's pretty good. I didn't read any of the liner notes, but it's pretty good. Gypsy's on here, which is a good song. So it's a double disc. Not too much Uriah Heep stuff out there. And then I come back around to Robin Trower one more time. This is a live, live in the 70s, live across America, 74 to 80. This is also a double disc. That's really good. I mean, like I said, if you like Robin Trower, this is a good place. This is a good place to start. I probably wouldn't. I would say if you're gonna if you need a jumping on point for Robin Trower, Bridge of Sighs, hands down, great album. You know, you can't go wrong with that. So I guess that's it. It's a good place to start, I guess. Hey, if you like the video, you want to see me go on, I'm always buying shit that I can talk about. So yeah, just give me a thumbs up or something. I'm going to finish up a couple of these beers, and just about time for the A's game. I'm just going to turn that on, and guys have a good night.